I'm standing here at the private entrance of Sandalwood Lodge, located in Mount Pleasant. This particular lodge is redefining the canvas of architectural builds, which are fast becoming apparent here in Mount Pleasant and neighboring areas, as more and more existing structures are now being remodeled to function around current lifestyle dimensions. If you don't understand what that means, follow me. Let me reveal what this is all about.
Good morning. Welcome to Sandalwood Lodge.
Here at Sandalwood Lodge, and this is the man who is responsible for much of what you know as this cozy, simple, sophisticated place, Sandalwood Lodge. Albert, let's talk about this place. How did you come up with all the elements that make up this very room and the rest of the spaces?
Sandalwood Lodge, it's actually one of the biggest trees that we have in the garden, which is actually a sandalwood tree. We sat down for days and we were just thinking, and one day I was just standing there and like, why not sandalwood, you know, and with my father, and we came up with the name Sandalwood. This was a residential accommodation before. So when we got the place, we started thinking about how we can change this to a place which can accommodate guests, but at the same time make them feel at home. Yeah.
And I understand this used to be quite closed. There were lots of walls.
Yes, sure. Like lots of the older properties in Zimbabwe, they have different rooms for every activity. But I always liked open space. You know, like open space, a better connection through the space. At the same time, you have to think about the privacy. You know, if someone wants to sit here, for example, and read a book, why someone wants to have a meeting maybe in another space. The spaces are sort of open, but they still we still have that privacy which goes along. And then we just took down as many walls as we could.
Did you study interior design?
No, I didn't study interior design. I actually studied civil engineering at the University of Cape Town. It wasn't my passion at all. And then I took a gap year in Cape Town, and I renovated a house that we had there, actually the house that I was staying at. And became a very successful project for me. And that was the moment that I realized that this is my passion, you know, and I have to do it. That's how I really got into this.
The eating area as well is very homely, and the lovely thing about it, it's right outside.
Yeah.
That lush garden,
yeah.
The lovely lawn. I mean,
Yeah.
it's just impeccable.
We get rain here, June, July, it's very cold here, so we were not sure if we should have everything outside or inside. That's why we created a flow through the balcony, and then we've got the tents that we can drop down tents for winter or for the rain. But I think 60-70% of the time everything is open.
What are some of the compliments you receive?
You know, most people they really compliment us on everything being very simple, but at the same time practical. You know, like for example, in the bedrooms, they all have nice big desks. 80% of our clientele are businessmen. They come from mostly South Africa, from some are the NGOs that come here and do projects around, and they really like that all the rooms are very business practical. You know, they have the plugs there for different type of plugs and nice big desks and comfortable chair, and then but at the same time, as soon as they walk out of that business feel room, they come into this homey feel. And then obviously we also have two very high trained chefs. They take orders before the guests go out for their business, and so it's a very one-to-one connection and touch with them, and that's what most people like. And you know, like they feel part of the family here. So most of them are coming back clients and guests, and we know them already by name. We know what they like, and so we provide it for them, and they really appreciate that.
If you're a business person and you happen to stay here at Sandalwood Lodge and you find yourself not wanting to leave, I don't blame you.
We decided to be central, you know, like Mount Pleasant, especially this location, is almost the same distance to everywhere else. So if you're coming from the airport, or if you want to go to the city center or University of Zimbabwe, or if you just want to, you know, like have some coffee, there's Arundel here, there's Avondale down the road.
What would you say to someone who's never been here?
I can just tell them that if they're traveling and they don't want to miss their homes, Sandalwood is the place to be at.